Hello everyone and welcome to this video. Today I will be talking about the new PDF function in Power Apps. So a new PDF function has been introduced for Canvas app Power Apps. So in this video today we will see that what is PDF function, how can you use it, and what is a PDF viewer control which you can use in the Power Apps. What are the different optional parameters which you can use while using the PDF function. And then we will see finally in this video today that how you can save the PDF file from Power Apps to a SharePoint document library. But before starting, I just want to highlight one thing here. I like to inform you that this PDF function in Power Apps as of now you can use only with galleries and containers. So with the gallery control, you can use the PDF function. With the gallery control and with the containers, you can only use this PDF function. Now, when I say container, definitely you can use with the screen also. Why? Because the screen, if you remember a video which I created earlier, the containers in Power Apps, there I told you that your screen, Power Apps screen, is also a container. So precisely, this PDF function can be used in Power Apps with a screen, with a gallery, and with a container. Okay, so let's see this in action. This is the Power Apps environment, the same Power Apps environment for which I am using for Power Apps Crash Course series. So I am in the same environment. The screen I have already created src underscore PDF function and I have added a header label. Okay. Now what I am going to do is I am going to create a vertical gallery. I am going to add a vertical gallery. I will connect to a data source. Okay. That vertical gallery will show some items in the vertical gallery from the data source. And then we will use the PDF function. Okay, so let's do it. First, let's make a connection with the SharePoint list. First, I will make the connection with the SharePoint list. I already have a SharePoint site. We already know the site name is POC. And I'm going to create a connection with a SharePoint list utility categories. So let's see this, how we can make a connection. You already know. So let's do it very quickly. I want to create a connection with a utility category. So add data, create a connector. I'm going to use a SharePoint connector because that's the SharePoint list. So it will show me all the sites which are there in my tenant as of now. The site which I'm using is POC site. And in the POC site, I'm going to use in this video utilities categories list and click on connect. So now what Power Apps will do, Power Apps will create a connector, SharePoint connector with the SharePoint list, which is utility categories. Okay, this we have seen many a times in the previous videos. Go through my previous videos. You will definitely know that how you can connect to different and multiple data sources in Power Apps. Okay, now let's come to our screen. This is the screen. Let's add a vertical gallery. So I've added a vertical gallery here. Let me move this a little bit here. All right. And let me rename it. Let's rename this vertical gallery. Let's rename it to gallery underscore show data. This is my vertical gallery. So I have added gallery, a vertical gallery. Now what should be the data source? Data source you already know, utility categories. So utility categories will be the data source. Okay. And layout, you can select just the title. Just the title I am selecting for the layout. Okay. Fine. So this is the vertical gallery which I've added. Let me move this a little bit lower so that a scroll bar comes. I want the scroll bar to come on the vertical gallery. So far so good. Now let's add a PDF function. Let's add a PDF icon and then we will apply the PDF function, the new PDF function, which I want to show you in today's video. But before that, please remember I am working in a modern experience. So please make sure the PDF functionality is enabled in your Power Apps environment in which you are working. So how you can see or how you can enable that. So here are the three dots on my screen. You click on these three dots and go to the settings. In the settings, go to the upcoming features. Okay. And in the upcoming features, check the experimental features, the second tab. If you scroll down a little bit, okay, so you will see that there is a feature which is called PDF function. This PDF function, just read the description, enables the use of PDF function, which allows you to create PDF documents from screens, galleries, and container. Please make sure that in your environment also this PDF function should be on. Okay. If it is off, please make it on, else you will not be able to use the PDF function. Okay. Now, before moving forward, I want to show you the official documentation also from Microsoft for this PDF function. Don't worry, this URL I am going to share with you in the description of this video. These are the different controls. On the left hand side, you can see PDF. Still, it shows it is in the experimental mode, the PDF function in Power Apps, and it gives you the complete explanation that how you can use the PDF function in Power Apps. All right. Now we are in the same screen. Let's add the PDF icon. Now for the PDF, there is an icon which has been introduced, PDF document. So I'm adding an icon here. I've added a icon. Let me drag this a little bit here, and then let me rename this icon underscore PDF. So I've renamed the icon, and let me move this vertical gallery a little bit up. All right. So what we have done here till now, that I've added a PDF icon. Now to see the PDF in Power Apps, we also have one control which is called PDF viewer. Now I am going to add that PDF viewer. So search for PDF and you will see that there is a control which is PDF viewer. Just add it on your screen, and once it is added, you can definitely drag it. This will show you the content which you want to show in this PDF, and this is a PDF viewer control. Okay, so let me go to the screen and PDF viewer, let me rename it PDF viewer underscore data. Okay, so I have renamed the PDF viewer control also. Now, the very important thing, the first thing of this video, PDF function and PDF viewer. Now I am going to show you that how you can use the PDF function actually. Now select the icon. On the on select property, you can now write PDF. Now this PDF in the intelligence you see is a function, and it is asking for the target. It is asking for the target as of now. Okay. Now the target, please remember, these target could be your screen, a gallery, or a container. Okay, so let's try it with the screen name first of all. So I will say src underscore, my screen name is PDF function. Okay, and let me close this bracket. Now this, when I click on this icon, what will happen, that it will create a PDF in the memory. It will create a PDF in the memory. But now what I want to show the PDF, the content of the PDF in the PDF viewer control, which I've already added. So for that, and PDF viewer control has a property called document. So for that, what I can do, I can store this PDF function in a variable so that I can use that variable in the PDF viewer. So it's very simple how to create a variable, you already know. Use the set function, and I'm saying where PDF. All right, where PDF, and then you can close the bracket for the set function. Now what will happen when I'll click on this icon, it will create a variable where PDF, and the PDF function will be called, right? Okay, so let me show you one more thing which I wanted to show, that this PDF function is of type blob. This is also very important to note here, that this PDF function, the data type is blob, which is also correct. Now let's run this and let's see if the data is visible in the viewer, that is PDF viewer. So let me click on this, and now you will see that it is not still showing anything in the viewer. The reason is because to show anything in the viewer, you have to set the document property with the variable which you created, which is where PDF. All right. Okay, so let's run this, and the moment you click on this PDF now, the variable will be set, and your PDF viewer is showing you the complete screen in a PDF format. As of now, this PDF is stored in the memory. Okay. Now you don't want to see the complete screen. If you don't want to see the complete screen in the PDF viewer, what you can do, you can also select only the gallery. I just want to show you the gallery in the PDF viewer. So for that, it's very simple. Instead of the screen, what you can say to the PDF function, what you can pass to the PDF function is a gallery, right? So gallery underscore show data, right? So gallery underscore show data. Now let's see this in action. Now when I run this app in the preview mode, now if I click on this PDF icon, what will happen? The PDF viewer now will only show the data from the gallery. Okay. It is only showing the data from the gallery as of now. Okay. Now the other part of this video, the second part of this video, the PDF function optional parameters. Now again, this is also very important to understand that the PDF function which we have created also has one optional parameter. The optional parameters also you can pass to this PDF function. And why it is important, I will tell you later in this video. But before that, let's go to the official documentation and let's talk about the optional parameters which you can pass to the PDF function. This PDF function has one required parameter, which is the screen or the control name, which could be a screen, a gallery, or a container control. Apart from that, the optional parameters are size, DPI, margin, orientation, and expand containers. So let's use this and we will go to the second part of this video, the PDF function optional parameter, how you can specify. So I am in the PDF function on the on select property of this icon. What I can do in the PDF function, I can use the optional parameters. So it is showing you the options. See here, options. So I can definitely use the optional parameter. I'm just adding a curly bracket. So what I can say that what should be the size? The size, it's a string which it takes a string, and let's say I say A4. You can write A1, A2, A3, A4. What type of size you want? Okay. Other property, other optional parameters, I will say what I can use. For example, orientation. Orientation, whether you want it portrait or you want it landscape. So I want it to be landscape. Okay, so I can use the orientation also. I can also use the property, let's say margin. Okay, what margin you are looking for your PDF document. So I am looking for a margin of 25 mm. All right, so these are some of the optional parameters which you can definitely use. But one thing which I wanted to tell you in this particular video, and that was my intention for the optional parameters. Now you see here, when you click this running this app in the preview mode, okay, when you click this PDF icon, your PDF viewer shows how many items? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so telephony, media, document type, power platform, food cuisine, and category 1. But this vertical gallery, if I close this preview mode, if I show you the vertical gallery, this vertical gallery has more items, priority and SLA. So why my PDF viewer is not showing the items and it is only showing the items which are visible? That's where comes the optional parameter, and one of those optional parameter, very important, is the expand containers. This I wanted to show you, and this was my intention to show you the optional parameter. So please make sure whenever you are using PDF function in Power Apps, you can specify the other optional parameters very well, no problem. But please remember to specify the expand containers optional parameter in the Power Apps and mark its value as true. It's a boolean. It's a boolean, and please specify the value of expand containers optional parameters always as true. Why true? Because if you go to the official documentation, it says the default value of expand container is false. Now what this expand container will do? Now if you specify expand containers as true, now what it will do when you click the PDF function, it will show you all the values of the vertical gallery in the PDF viewer because it is expanding your container. So even if the values are not visible on the screen and it's you have to scroll it, the PDF viewer, the PDF which will get generated by the PDF function, it will show you all the value. Let's try it out. So I'm running the app, okay, and I'm clicking on the PDF function. Now you see the PDF viewer should show all the items. Now you can see here, apart from the category 1, it is also showing you now the priority and SLA, which is the complete vertical gallery items. Okay, so this is the meaning of optional parameter, and most importantly, expand containers. Please keep the value of expand containers always as true. All right. So here we complete the second part of this particular video. So we have seen the PDF function, how you can use a PDF function, how you can view the generated PDF in a PDF viewer control. Please remember, as of now, this PDF is getting generated in the memory. At the same time, we have seen that what kind of optional parameters you can use with the PDF function. And most important optional parameter I will say is the expand containers, and mark it value as true. Keep the value of expand containers as true because its default value is always false. Alright, now let's come to the third part of this video, saving the PDF file to a SharePoint document library. Great. Now what we are going to do, that when I'm clicking this PDF icon, I want my file which is generated to get saved in a SharePoint document library. So in the SharePoint, I have already created a library, powerapps data. So I want the PDF file which is generated in memory to get it saved in a SharePoint document library. All right. So for that, what I'm going to do is, let me add one more PDF icon. So I'm adding one more PDF icon. One more PDF icon I am adding, and I will rename it. I will rename it icon underscore save PDF. All right. So on the click of this icon, what I want, then when I click this icon, the PDF file, the generated PDF file, the in-memory generated PDF file should be saved in the SharePoint document library. For that, we are going to use a Power Automate. We are going to create a flow. So let's go to this Power Automate option in the Power App screen, okay, and click on Add Flow and click on Create New Flow, okay. So we are going to create a flow now, which will actually create a file in the SharePoint document library. I'm going to start from blank. So I'm going to create a blank Power Automate flow. Okay. Now you see this by default, it has added a trigger and it is having no parameter. It is the old one. You can definitely delete it. Delete this and you search for Power Apps. Okay. Power Apps. And here you will see that there are two triggers which are available. Use the Power Apps version 2. Okay. Why Power Apps version 2? Because it will give you the ability to add an input. And in this case, my input is a file. All right. Now add the new step. I want to add a SharePoint action. So I'm searching for SharePoint and I will use the action create a file. So create file. All right. Now this create file is asking for the site address. Obviously, I have to provide the site address where I want to create the file. So POC site, the folder path. Now the SharePoint document library it is asking, I will use the Power Apps data because the library name is Power Apps data. Okay. Now the two important things, the file name and the file content. This is very important parameters. Now please remember that in the trigger, I already used input file content. So in the file content, I can definitely right away use the file content. Okay. Now the file name. This is also very, very important to understand. So if you go to the trigger and you go to the peak code, okay, and see the properties of a file, it is the name and the content bytes. Correct. You can specify the name, you can specify the bytes. So if you see this particular file content, okay, this file content, right, and if you hover over it, you see here what it is saying, triggered body file content bytes. So instead of content bytes, I can now specify the name. Okay, and from where you can copy it, you just go here, go to the peak code, and if you are not able to find that, no worries, you can again go to here, go to the peak code, and you can copy this triggered body. You can copy this triggered body from here. Just copy this, copy, And what you can do is you can specify in the file name and go to the expression and you can just paste it here. But now instead of content bytes, we are going to give the name. And please remember, this is very much case sensitive. So use the small case or lowercase. And I click on OK. This gives me the name of the file. Okay. Let's rename this flow. So add or maybe upload PDF to SharePoint. This is my flow name. Let's save this flow. The flow is getting saved. Okay. Once the flow will be saved, it will be added to the Power Apps. All right. Now what we are going to do, on the click of this second PDF icon, what I want to trigger this flow and I want the PDF file which is generated in memory to be uploaded in the SharePoint document library. Okay. So let's do this. Let's see this in action. I am in the same screen. I am on the same icon and on the on select. Let's start writing our formula. What is the formula? So what is the flow name? Let's see the flow name. It's upload PDF. That's right. So I will say upload PDF to sp.run. Okay. Now it is asking for the file. Obviously, it will ask for the file, that which file you want to create. Now this is very important to understand that the file which you want to create always consists of two things. First is the file name. Second is the content bytes. So you have to specify both the things while giving the parameters to the Power Automate, because you have taken the file as an input to the Power Automate. So definitely you have to specify those two properties of the file, which is name and content bytes, and you have to pass those parameters from Power Apps to the Power Automate to run successfully. Correct? So let's do this. So first I will say, what is the first parameter which I want to specify is the name. Any name I can write. So test.pdf, this is my name. Now, second thing is the content bytes. What are the content bytes you want to specify? Now here we want to create the PDF. So I will use the PDF function. Okay. And this PDF function is looking for a target. Target in my case is gallery. That is gallery underscore show data, and optional parameter. Optional parameter definitely I can specify. You remember the optional parameters? The optional parameter is expand containers. So I can specify here expand containers and the value should be true, because by default the value of the expand parameter, optional parameter for PDF function, is always false. So let me close this. Let me close the PDF function now. PDF function is closed. Okay. And then you have to close the parameter and then you have to close the run. So this completes our complete formula for creating a PDF file in a SharePoint document library. Okay. Now let's run this. Let me run this app. Let me click on this second PDF icon. And what it will do, it will create a PDF file in a SharePoint document library. So let's go to the SharePoint document library, and let's see if the PDF is created. You see the PDF is created, and if I click on this PDF, it will show me the complete gallery values, the complete vertical gallery values. Why? Because I use the expand containers optional parameters to be true. So let's review this very quickly. Let's revise this, what we did. So I called the flow which I created, and it was expecting a file parameter. So I've given file, and this file requires two properties, name and content bytes. So name I given a hard-coded value test.pdf, and in the content bytes I'm calling a PDF function to create the PDF for the target. What is the target I use? The vertical gallery, and expand containers true is optional parameters. Once this gets executed on the click of this PDF icon, the PDF file got created. The PDF file got created in a SharePoint document library. So that's all in this video. In this video, we have seen that how you can use a PDF function, how you can apply the optional parameters, and how you can save the PDF file in a SharePoint document library. Thank you.